Hi, kids. My assembly this week is about racism. Now, recently, you might have been hearing on the news about protests and people getting very angry and protesting in response to racist acts by police in the United States. And it's a very, very important topic, and that's why I've chosen it for my assembly today. So, what is racism? I think it's important to start there. What is racism? Racism is the belief that one race is superior to another race, or all people with a certain skin color are better than people with a different skin color, which, of course, we know is not true. If someone believes that they're better than someone else because they have a different skin color to that person, that's racism. And this wrong belief has been used to justify slavery and violence and oppression for centuries. This is one of the things that people are really, really upset about. And they're protesting and saying that racism is wrong and it needs to change, which of course we agree with. Another thing that people are angry about is the fact that racism has been going on for so long. And as you may know from history, in the 17th and 18th centuries, Africans were kidnapped from their homes in Africa, enslaved, and forced into labor, into farm labor, on plantations and farms in the American colonies and European colonies, including English colonies in the West Indies and the Caribbean. Slaves were treated terribly. They were not free citizens. Their children could not go to school, and they could not learn to read and write. Now, slavery was abolished. That means it was made illegal. Slavery was abolished in England in 1833 and in America in 1865. So not even 200 years ago, which is about 6 generations. So not that long ago. But more recently, in South Africa from 1848 to 1990s, a system of legal and enforced racial segregation was in place. And racial segregation means that people of different colors couldn't live in the same neighborhoods. Now, this racial segregation was called apartheid. And as I said, Black Africans and white Africans didn't live in the same neighborhoods. They didn't have the same jobs. They didn't attend the same schools or have the same opportunities in life. And this only ended about 30 years ago, so about one generation. And sadly, there are lots of examples of racism from around the world. I've only shared 2 with you today. So racism existed in the past. Does it still exist today? Well, sadly, the answer is yes. And that's another reason why people are so upset and why they are protesting. There are still people in today's world who judge people only on the color of their skin, and they feel that the color of their skin makes them superior to other people. Now, because of this racism, in the UK, in America, and elsewhere, Black and ethnic minority people do not have the same opportunities as white people, and that's wrong. Now, at Handcross, we know that kindness is the most important thing. And I'm sure that you have worked out that racism is the opposite of kindness. So it is up to all of us to ensure that we are not racist and that we challenge racist language, behavior, and attitudes wherever we see it. It's up to each of us to do what's right. Now, I hope this assembly has taught you something, but more importantly, I hope that this assembly has encouraged you to find out more about how you can help in the fight against racism. In this week's newsletter, I've shared some ideas and some links that will help you and your families have this important conversation. Because ultimately, kids, we want this world to be a better and kinder place. So that's all I have for now. Bye for now, and be true.